We take a look at details of a fresh lawsuit WWE are facing, this time from a fan. We also have the reason why Finn Balor's demon didn't recently return to WWE, and Mercedes Monè has been speaking about her contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling and has teased a match with a wrestling legend. Hello everyone, Jack and Ross back again with more wrestling news. This time we're starting off with the news courtesy of PW Insider that WWE are facing a fan lawsuit.
Yeah, the fan in question is called Marvin Jackson, and he has alleged that he's sustained, damage to his left ear due to his time as an invitee to WrestleMania 38, where the suit claims that a loud blast of pyrotechnics caused Jackson to lose almost all of his hearing in his left ear.
Right. Also, it's claimed that the defendant failed to also it's claimed that WWE failed to notify anyone or place any warnings to warn of the existence of the dangers associated with pyrotechnics.
And Jackson's legal representative is requesting a jury trial and is seeking monetary relief of more than $1 million, including damages of any kind, penalties, costs, expenses, prejudgment, interest, and attorney's fees.
WWE filed a request on February 17th to have the lawsuit moved to the United States District Court for the Northern Division of Texas Fort Worth Division. I don't quite know what that last bit means.
Me neither.
Some sort of logistical
It sounds fancy.
adjustment. Yeah, it does sound fancy. You're all right there.
Yeah, I'm all right.
The bit that I didn't quite understand there as well is that Marvin Jackson says that he was an invitee to WrestleMania 38. Does that mean he was one of like the pay-per tickets, or is it just legal wording?
I would say that would probably mean he was one of the comp tickets. Maybe maybe won a competition or something like that. We're not quite sure. It doesn't sound like he's paid to go. Sound like he's been invited to go in some form or fashion. And somewhere on the ticket it hasn't stated, "Please cover your ears in case of a loud pyrotechnic blast." And he's just gone, "Oh my God, I've lost me hearing in my left ear. Let's sue."
No, I can't remember. Was there any sort of pyrotechnic mishap reported at WrestleMania?
I don't think so, but there was lots. Obviously, Cody was there making his big return, and other
there
pyro,
was lots
like
of stuff. Yeah,
Rollins had a big bang. I assume I can't remember that far back, but you can see what it must be horrible. Yeah,
I'm not doubting his story that it happened. I'm just trying to remember if there was anything specific reported at the time. But we'll have to wait and see what comes of this. And I'm sure we'll have updates when they happen.
Yeah, they will.
Fightful Select are reporting on Finn Balor's recent bringing back of the demon gimmick. He's been just Finn Balor recently as the leader of the Judgment Day, but apparently there were plans in the recent past to bring back the demon once more.
This is what Fightful Select have been saying. As WrestlingNews.co reported back in December, original WWE Royal Rumble plans called for Edge to take on Finn Balor at the Rumble event to further the Judgment Day versus Edge feud that has been going on for nearly a year. However, Edge's filming schedule didn't allow for that to happen, and the program ended up getting nixed. The match was scheduled to be Hell in a Cell, one that doesn't typically happen at the Royal Rumble. The report continues, doesn't it, Jack?
It says there was even more to it. Based on internal plans, not only was Edge versus Finn Balor listed as Hell in a Cell for the Royal Rumble, but also the demon version was slated to perform. Apparently, the reason that he wasn't brought back was because people were worried that the demon didn't fit with the Judgment Day gimmick. I don't see why not.
I don't think it does, Jack.
You don't think it fits?
I'm going to directly oppose your point of view there.
Fair
and
enough.
throw this at you, because would you see the Demon King in prison?
No.
I'd see those plaid shirts in prison, what Dom and Finn like to wear.
Oh, right,
or looking like Jamiroquai.
yeah.
I'd see those in prison, but I wouldn't see a guy in face paint flopping like a fish on the prison floor.
Fair enough. It seems like Fightful Select there are proposing two potential reasons why this didn't end up happening. One, because the Hell in a Cell stipulation doesn't typically happen. I can't think of any Hell in a Cell match happening at the Royal Rumble.
Nah.
And also because it doesn't quite fit with the Judgment Day. Oh, you can't.
But that's not to say it can't happen at WrestleMania, for example, because I think we're still continuing with Finn at the forefront of the Judgment Day. Edge and Beth are sort of in the mix still. I know that Edge lost the US title challenge last night on Raw as we're sat here, but they could go back for WrestleMania, have the Demon King. Have you seen the Demon King? Make a big comeback at WrestleMania. Why the hell not?
I can see that happening as well. And if you don't want the Judgment Day to be part of the whole thing, you could have them being a bit shocked and scared even by Balor's transformation.
Dom would sell that well.
Yeah. But as if they've not seen him for 10 hours in makeup getting it painted up. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Obviously, their feud carries on, Balor and Edge, after Balor cost Edge the main event of last night's Raw. A US title match as well against Lucky Austin Theory.
Lucky Austin Theory, who you might have seen in news video 1, is getting a big WrestleMania match by the looks of things. But if you haven't seen that video, go for it.
Have a look there. Mercedes Monè has been speaking with TV Insider about her current contract contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
She said, I'm a free agent. It doesn't matter with New Japan. I can go anywhere. That's the crucial part of this quote here. I can go to New Japan, Impact, Mexico, Germany, Europe. What? The potential matchups are endless. The same for New Japan. I know they have partnerships with CMLL, Impact, and AEW, but she's teased a particular opponent in mind for a big matchup that could happen in the future.
She certainly has. She said, to be a fan and watch all these matchups from all parts of the world is amazing. I know there's a little woman in Impact. Whoa.
She's a very small woman.
There's a little woman in Impact I would love to face one day, Mickie James. We'll see what's in the stars.
Yeah, and in the stars is Mickie James currently on this sort of Muto-esque retirement tour. If she loses her next matchup, of course, she not only loses the Knockouts title, but she also must retire. So what a fitting ending to a career that could be. Much like Muto, just to mention his name again, Muto. If Mercedes Monè was the lady to take the Impact Knockouts title and have Mickie James' last match.
Speaking of Muto, I see what you've done there. But before we get on to the Kaiji Muto story, and I'm sorry for turning down the link that you've provided there, do you think that Mercedes Monè, formerly known as Sasha Banks, do you think she would be the person to defeat Mickie James?
I don't see why, because obviously the big pick would be Trish Stratus, but would Trish Stratus go to Impact Wrestling for one match? Well, more than one match, because she'd win the title and have to drop the title, unless you just vacate it to somebody, I don't know, fitting for the title itself. But I don't see why not. She obviously wants to go, this is Mercedes Monè now, obviously wants to have a big, not big retirement tour, a big tour of the world of wrestling. Now that she's left the WWE, and why not go to Impact?
Yeah, I guess I could see that happening as well. It seems like she wants it, certainly, but I wonder if it clashes. I wonder if Impact already have someone in mind, and whether it will clash with that.
Yeah.
Wait and see. And speaking of retirements, yes, indeed, it was Keiji Muto, aka the Great Muto's retirement match today. It just finished at the time of recording this video, about 20 minutes ago or so, but a couple of hours ago now at the time this video will go out. He was facing Tetsuya Naito of New Japan, but it was at a Noah event, and well, I mean, lost the match, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a Pro Wrestling Last Love in Tokyo, Japan. 60-year-old Mr. Muto was taken on Naito. He lost the match because that is the time on a tradition of professional wrestling. When you have your last ever professional wrestling match and no more matches at all ever again in the future from that point, you must lose your last match, mustn't you, Jackie? Never have another match.
But then he immediately sort of had another match. Now, we don't know if it was an official match, because it seemed like just two old friends having a bit of a banter around, really. But basically, Muto got on the mic after losing to Naito and challenged Masahiro Chono, who was sat behind the commentary table. They'd been cutting to him various times during the match. He's crying, and because his pal's retiring, and it's all very sad. I looked on Cage Match before this. Chono's last match was in 2014, so he hasn't wrestled for a long time. Wow. And then Muto went, "Come on then, Masahiro, mate, let's have a match now." And they had a bit of a match, sort of. Tiger Hattori got in the ring, not in his referee gear, to act as the ref. Chono won. But again, I don't know how officially we'd take this as a
who else was sat at ringside crying?
Tanahashi.
Yeah. Why was that not a thing?
What do you mean? Why did he not get in there? Especially because I think a lot of people saw Tanahashi as the successor to Muto as well in the 2000s. That would have made sense, but he's not his pal.
Oh,
his mate.
That's a shame.
Well, he might be, but his proper mate's Chono, isn't he? He's his peer. I don't know. But Muto got on the mic before that and said, "I can still walk to the back. I still have energy. I'm not a pile of ashes after all. So there's something I want to do. Chono, fight me." At the time, I was worried this was going to lead to another event, because it seems like Muto's had about 10 final matches now. But they just had their little match then. And he also said, "Thank you for coming out in such big numbers. My 39-year career is now over. I had the happiest pro wrestling life I could ask for. Thank you. Even though I won't be here, pro wrestling will continue to explode." Wow.
And just in case you're wondering, Chono tapped out Muto with an STF.
Oh, very nice.
Lovely.
Could John Cena be making an appearance in the
Yes,
future?
let's break that news now.
That was Muto's final match, and then aftermath of the match as well. Also in the event, Kazuchika Okada, right, from New Japan, took on Kaido Kiyomiya, the ace and current champion of Noah, and just made him look like a mug.
Of course he did.
Him
That's Okada you're speaking about.
I'm really cross, because Noah are in the mud now. Basically, Okada had him pinned and then did the old lift up the shoulders
he's
at
rubbing
2.
the salt in the wounds. That's Mercedes Monè's friend, isn't it?
Yeah, after the battle.
Kazuchika Okada,
yes. And then he hit him with about 10 more finishing moves and beat him. Right, that's all for the news. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And yeah, as Ross mentioned, if you missed news video number 1 today, go and check that out on this very channel as well. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you very soon.
A happy retirement, Mr. Muto. A good job well done over the past 39 years. Well done.
Well done.
Good luck. All the best to you.